Hi, welcome back to From Now and Beyond. And today we will take the next step in making mead. I will empty the vessel I have the mead batch in and pour it into a new one just to get rid of the segment in the bottom. It's all fermented. It has fermented all the sugar now in the honey, and it's still, and it's time to add some more honey to start the second fermentation. And you do this of two reasons. First of all, it's to not stress out the yeast culture too much. If you add the sugar in more periods together with yeast nutrition, it won't you don't hurt the yeast culture. Plus, it also affects the taste. From my experience, the taste from the raw juice of strawberry really pops out more if you don't stress it too much. Of course, the best way will always be to let it sit for up to 6 months when this is done before you pour it into bottles. But after this today, I will also, by the way, add more strawberry juice together with more honey. And then it will start the fermentation process once more. And when that's done, it's time to put the bentonite in it to make it crystal clear. And after a few days, I will be able to pour it up in big bottles, and I will carbonize it. I will show you a bit further into the video how that could, what I use. So basically, that's it. So let's go. And always you start with the sanitation. So doing the dishes is pretty much half the work making mead. It's not my favorite part though, but I guess you can tell that from what I'm saying. I have already sanitized this after I used it last time, but to be on the safe side, I always sanitize it before usage anyway. You never know. Maybe a cat or something jumped into it in my storage room. And people who make mead all over the world have different kind of methods of sanitizing. Some of them use chemicals, some of them use some of them don't sanitize at all. So it fully, I guess you do what you find works for you. I'm not anyone who judge other people, but this is something I've been doing all the time to make sure everything tastes good in the end. Okay, so now I have the mead and the empty vessel here, and now I will start with to taste it. I will see if it tastes as I want it to taste. So we will pop this lid off. It looks really clear and it smells alcohol as it should. Yeah, with some, if I sweeten it up a bit with honey and carbonize it, it would probably be good as it is. But I really want to make it strong and more rich of the strawberry flavor, so I will add more. Good stuff. Okay, I will now move the camera so you will see the setup. So I won't be fitting in the picture, but so you can see what's happening here. Okay, I have put down the hose into the empty vessel. I secured it, and now comes the tricky part. To do this without getting the segment to come along. And there we go. This will take quite some time. So I will cut here. All right, so now we will make more raw juice of frozen strawberries, and over here you can see the new vessel with the crystal clear mead, and over here this is the ooze that swims in the bottom, and you don't want that because that makes it taste weird or bad. If I would be a serious professional mead maker trying to make this a living, I would save some of this to use to save the yeast culture instead of buying it all the time. So, well, that's it. So now we will make some more strawberry juice. Okay, so now the raw juice of the strawberries is done, and it's time to blend it with honey. So we will do that. And we might as well cut this open completely to save time. And by mixing this together, the honey will dissolve in the mead batch much easier. So it's a dark red liquid here. And we take the second one. Now, if the yeast will not have the power to ferment it all, because it has its limit at 18% alcohol volume percent, and if the yeast will give in before that, well, when it reaches 18, then it might be some sugar still left in the honey, which will add to the sweet taste of the mead. And in that case, I will not be forced to add the honey later when I sweeten it up. So that's basically it. All right, and then now we will add the strawberry juice into the Mead batch, and I will not make the same mistake twice. So this time I will pour it in a bit more careful. And this should make the yeast really love its new food. And still we don't have any reaction, so I can keep pouring here. Yeah, looking good. And here comes the bubbles. So hopefully the yeast will react to this. Now I will add another couple of teaspoons of yeast nutrition. Which I just pour in like that. So this will keep the yeast culture strong and healthy. I can just blend it a bit here on the surface first. Make sure it really resolves. Like that. And well, that's pretty much it. So now the lid goes back, and I will refill this tube, the water lock, and hopefully it will kick in and ferment a second time. At least I expect it to. And when I get home from my trip to Canada now, I will leave to Canada next week. So when I get back 2 weeks after that, it should be ready to take the next step. So anyway, thank you for today. Please subscribe and press the like button. I appreciate very much. So, well, this was the second step in the process. Take care and keep on having a lovely summer. Bye.